this was a horrible situation. This young girl from Ukraine was murdered by this horrible guy on this train. And brutally, it was horrible. And I don't even want to leave that on the screen right now. But she was on the train minding her own business, and this animal attacked her, and the media has not covered it at all. So, Magnum, can you tell me this area? You probably know it better than I do. How does the legal system? Where are the political demographics like in that
All right,
area?
so I don't know the area that well. I moved to North Carolina about 2.5 years ago, but I know the cities to avoid are areas of Charlotte, and then the city that I work in is Durham, which has a shitload of crime, and I had my car broken into. But basically, what it comes down to is these Democrat cities, and this is completely run by Democrats, and the judge was let him out like 14 times. If you look at all the record and stuff, and he's a violent offender.
Yes.
If you go to these cities, you better come strapped and you better drive straight home, because that's what I do when I go to work and come home. Do not ride on public transportation. you know,
Absolutely.
that's all I got to say about that. But yeah, it's Democrat run cities in an overall wonderful state. So
Well,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
was
it's a
reading
beautiful
that
state.
the judge in this case in this area runs her own like diversion center, like non-jail, go here counseling and all that, and
yeah,
she keeps repeating he sends them to her center to make money off of them from the state,
Yes.
mm,
It's a total
and then let them
scam,
back out in the public.
and
mm.
the leftist controlled media has not covered it at all. Anything we know about it is from social media.
And these judges are not
Zero.
being held accountable for it either. And
No,
Yeah,
they're not.
it's got to end.
No, they're not.
yeah.
And a lot of people have been outraged. A lot of the information we've gotten from this has been from X, essentially. And she ran from war in Ukraine. Da, da. She came here for safety, and she died. She was 23. And it's very interesting when you notice she had the Ukraine stuff all in her bio, and none of the people on the left who fly all the Ukraine flags have said a peep about it. They don't seem to care whatsoever. And Jeremy, D-Day Cobra, head of G&G, he commented, and I think this sums it up very well. This has to be the moment that ends the leftist BS. We can't let this story go away. And I very much agree. Keep reposting it. Get it out there. Make sure people see it, because a career criminal black man murdered a beautiful white girl. She was a Ukrainian refugee, and she was murdered in the United States of America for being white. So she fled a war zone, came to the United States, and was murdered here. This is where she died, not the war zone. The mainstream media and the left won't touch this story because there's absolutely zero way for them to spin it. Force them to address it. Thankfully, President Trump is just doing that. Never forget this moment. Never forget it. And it's just a horrible image. The video I will not even be showing. It's horrendous.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, it's so I agree with Jeremy. Keep talking about it. Don't let it go be swept under the rug. And yeah, the president of El Salvador, he even said, "You don't hate the media enough," in response to. So this has gotten international attention. Other national leaders are talking about it.
Yeah. So this isn't even a mental health issue. This is a criminal justice issue.
Yes,
Hmm.
it is.
Oh
Yes, it
yeah.
He
is.
got arrested 14 times before this.
This is a
Absolutely.
local DAs being co-opted by activism
Hmm.
issue,
Activist
Yeah,
judges.
and the
I
judges. Yep.
I agree with Cole Hauser. Why would the mainstream media cover this? It doesn't fit the narrative. If she was black and the attacker was white, it would be headline news. They'd
Oh
be
yeah.
running with it 24/7. Like for instance, people were posting the George Floyd situation versus this. They didn't shut up about George Floyd for two
Yeah.
years, but
Yeah.
this not a peep.
And a block
And
away.
that's a major reason why the attitudes are the way they are, because they spotlight the things they want to spotlight.
And there was a protest
Absolutely.
a block away from my house complaining about Trump cleaning up crimes in these cities.
Yeah.
It's so
Just a
crazy.
week ago.
And
Just a
then
week
like with
ago.
the left, I'm with like I like the idea of public transportation, but but hell no, if like you can't keep them safe, like this is crazy. And like look, over half the active duty military aren't doing anything most of the time.
Give him a job
Like
on a train.
yeah,
Yeah.
like put them
Just let them
like yeah.
ride the train all day. What's wrong with that?
I
Yeah.
know, I know. I have no problem with having our military do that to keep things a little bit safer. And I mean, I remember the news covering them like having to clean stuff. I'm like, dude, that's what the military
Yeah.
does. Like,
Yes. Yeah.
I think
It has a lot of. Oh, go ahead, Lex. Yeah.
To say two things come to mind about this story, which I have only seen reported on X. Now, granted, I don't really go on a whole lot of any other news websites anymore because I know they're not going to actually give me anything useful. I've only seen people talking about it there. Only seen one, type of people talking about it there even.
Yes.
And one of my friends put it really well. She just said the reason the mainstream media isn't covering the attack is because any journalist who touches the story will be cast out of the social circle immediately, and it's better to have society be damaged than your reputation amongst that peer group. And then another friend who's not so politically sensitive straight up just said, this is why men need to conceal carry all the time.
Yeah. 24/7. I absolute believer in that. 24/7, no exceptions. I am a practicer.
Because this guy
as
got
well.
off the train and nobody.
Do we
Nobody
know
engaged.
how late was this when it happened?
I don't know. I don't know the time of day. I really don't. But yeah, horrible situation. But Lex, I totally agree too. Conceal carry 24/7.
Yeah, and
in
when
this
you're in
country-
these Democrat cities, there's random stragglers running around, and occasionally you'll get one look at you real funny, and I'm just like, damn, if I didn't have my pistol with me, who knows what this guy's gonna do? Because like when a
I
crazy
agree.
when a crazy person looks at you and they give you the crazy eye,
Dude, I was like,
take it seriously.
I was on a train with my wife, and it was like really late at night. We're coming back from like the airport or something like that, and there was just a dude just back there, usual suspect, just and then I put my backpack. I'm like, all right, get ready to fucking. Sorry, I keep going to swing this thing, heavy backpack, and I'm looking. There's one other guy in the train station. We're giving the same look, and you could tell we're
Exactly right.
thinking the same thing. Like, all right, if he gets up, we're acting right, and it's just like, man, I shouldn't be in that situation. Like,
No,
none of us.
you shouldn't have to be. No, especially in this country, we supposedly say we're the safest. Whatever, we should be putting these people in mental health behind bars, whatever.
We shouldn't tolerate random stragglers terrorizing the neighborhood.
No, you should feel comfortable in your own neighborhood. You really should.
It's mental
And,
institution or the prison. Pick one.
Yep.
Yeah, we've all unfortunately been in that situation, like you just mentioned. You're on a bus, you're on a train, you're on whatever. There's the person acting up, making noises, having outbursts, and you look. It's either you're alone or you look, like you said, you look at another guy. It's like, well, if it goes down, it goes down. But it's unfortunate. It's an unfortunate situation, and the president did comment on it today, and he's very upset, and rightfully so. He said described the murderer as a madman and a lunatic, and saying they're evil people. Let's hear from himself real quick, shall we?
I just give my love and hope to the family of the young woman who was stabbed this morning or last night in Charlotte by a madman, a lunatic. Just got up and started. It's right on the tape. Not really watchable because it's so horrible, but just viciously stabbed. She's just sitting there. So they're evil people. We have to be able to handle that. If we don't handle that, we don't have a country.